Belgrade. You know this face, huh? This face in this apartment. You probably remember this apartment too if you follow my videos from about a year ago. This is my old pad here in Novi Sad, Serbia. I'm back in Serbia. I've been back here for 8 days, my friends. I was just on a trip to Vršac, so you saw some of my videos probably from there. I got some more I'm uploading. But I'm back in my home here in Novi Sad. 130 euros a month. Bills are 30 euros a month, so 160 euros to be in the center of the second biggest city and the most beautiful city in the Balkan region of Europe, I would say. But anyway, that's where I'm at, my friends, and I am thrilled to be back here in Serbia. My life in Serbia is good, it's relaxed, and I just have so many awesome friends here. So it's always an absolute thrill to get back over here. I missed Serbia from the first week I was in the USA, honestly. But anyway, guys, I'm thrilled to be back. I apologize for not uploading too much on YouTube. I've just been busy. Before I went to the USA, I was uploading about every 2 days a video. Then I went to every week. Then I went to every 2 weeks. Then I went to every month while I was in the USA. Just working 3 jobs, killing myself, you know, so I could live a good life here. But if you follow me on Instagram if you want to know what I'm doing. I know a lot of people message me and say, hey, what are you doing? You haven't uploaded a video. Follow me on Instagram. I post 1-minute videos on there about every day so you can see what I'm doing, where I'm at. My name on Instagram is Cather Charles, so look me up and add me, okay? Anyway, guys, what I typically do in the morning when I wake up and open my eyes here in Serbia, first thing I like to do is have a nice coffee, a big coffee. I make my own coffee here at home, and I typically put it in my big Illini cup, and I drink a whole thing of coffee. I have it, and then I sit down here, and I open my computer, and I open to the 3 tabs that I typically save for news, because I like to read the news every morning. I know you're not supposed to. Everybody says that can affect your mood for the day, etc. But I like to be informed. I like to know what's going on in the world. And to me, it's really interesting. And I have 3 tabs here that I keep in my favorites here. I read CNN, typically. I read BBC, and I read RT. They're my 3 favorites to read. I like the format of the websites, and I like, you know, the stuff they discuss. All of them are skewed a specific way, of course. CNN, things I notice about CNN, anytime an Israeli gets injured, okay, maybe a Palestinian throws a rock and smacks an Israeli, headline, Israeli injured by blah, 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 Palestinian, okay, some derogatory term, okay. If the Israelis do something to the Palestinians, bomb a house, kill 5 or 6 kids, oh, it's a little bleep on there, okay? It's not a headline. I've noticed that about CNN. BBC I really like. They have a big, broad coverage of what they discuss. And RT is a little bit more critical, or a lot more critical toward the West and the Western policies, which I really like. And I think it's probably the most truthful of them all, okay? But to get right to the point here, why I'm making this video. I woke up, got my coffee. I was scrolling through the last couple days because I hadn't really read RT for a couple days, okay? Scrolled through, saw a headline here. I searched for Serbia also because I like to see what's going on in Serbia. This is the most absurd thing I've seen in a long time. Don't think I'm a Serbian nationalist. Don't think I'm being brainwashed by the Serbians. This is my opinion as an American who's living here, who knows lots and lots of Serbian people and who knows the struggle many of them have had after 1999 and the wars of the 90s, early 90s, Bosnia, Croatia, etc. And then I see this headline that says, "We bombed you to save you." NATO head Stoltenberg speaks about 1999 bombing on a visit to Serbia. Then it says, Jens Stoltenberg, he's the NATO Secretary General. He was in Belgrade, at a Belgrade University, answering questions from Serbian people. And it said he was answering questions about the bombing, about the NATO campaign against the government of the former Serbian president Slobodan Milosevic during a meeting with the students in the University of Belgrade. I stress that we did this to protect civilians and to stop the Milosevic regime, as quoted by the local media, claiming locals have painful memories of the events. So NATO wants the alliance and Belgrade to look into the future. Stoltenberg also boasted of an excellent relationship between NATO and Serbia, adding that the military bloc respects Belgrade's decision not to join the alliance. Still, he maintained that NATO wants to be Serbia's partner. Okay. He was in a country that they attacked, that they killed roughly 3,000 some people in 1999, a bombing campaign that destroyed all the infrastructure, that destroyed factories, that destroyed hospitals, that bombed a train and killed a lot of innocent civilians. Then he's speaking to students who have been affected by all this here in the heart of the city that they destroyed, Belgrade. And he tells them, we did this to protect you, You know, how absurd is that, my friends? I think that's, I don't know what happened after he did this, but I don't see how you couldn't just boo him out of the place, how he wouldn't need some protection to get out of there, you know. NATO, to protect Serbia from itself, to protect themselves from the Milosevic regime, I mean, come on. If you bombed them to protect them, what would you have done to destroy them, my friends? They're saying in here now every year 30,000 some people get sick from all the depleted uranium that was used to bomb all over the country of Serbia. What about that, sir? What about Milica Rakic, the little girl who was in her bathroom in Belgrade that died when you bombed her house? What about the people on the train down in Niš that were killed when you bombed a passenger train? What about the people in the hospital that you killed? What about that friend of mine whose father was in a factory in Niš that was bombed and killed? What about him? You know, absolute lunacy. And then you didn't protect the Serbians when their churches were getting destroyed in Kosovo, etc. I think this is the most ridiculous headline, the most ridiculous thing that Mr. Stoltenberg could say while being in the country of Serbia. Get out of this country, sir. That's it for me. Do widzenia.